AITA for wearing an Iron Maiden T-shirt to my first meeting with my girlfriend's parents? I, 28 meters, have been dating my girlfriend, 23F, for a few months. Things have gone well. We get along well so far and I really care about her and hope things work out with us. Anyway, she recently invited me to come over and have dinner with her parents at their home. She still lives with them for now. We are getting more serious and they wanted to meet me. If it's relevant, her parents are Indian immigrants to the US and I am white. So, I thought it was a completely casual meeting and I wore an Iron Maiden T-shirt. I do happen to like the band, but that's not even why I wore it. That's just how I dress, and that shirt just happened to be clean that day. I went and met her parents and thought we'd had a good meeting. However, my girlfriend is not happy with me. She feels as if me dressing in a t-shirt rather than a nicer button-up shirt was bad enough. But that wearing a shirt with skulls on it was, in her words, just obnoxious. I honestly just dressed for the meeting the way I usually do and didn't even think about it. I think that if she had certain standards that she should have communicated them to me beforehand. But she thinks that what I did was obviously stupid and inappropriate, and that I should have known better. Is she right, or is she being too critical? YTA. Try to put a bit more thought into your attire when meeting people for the first time. Especially a girlfriend's parents. She didn't need to communicate her standards. You need to address your standards. Don't blame her for your lack of them. It's all on you. YTA. Yeah, dude. Come on. High school kids have more sense than that. I realize the world is in take me as I am mode. But the reality is meeting the parents is a big deal. If you don't even put the most basic effort into it, you're just telling them. And your GF, the relationship isn't that important to you. YTA. Because you're an adult. Meeting someone's parents generally isn't an overly casual thing unless they specify that their parents are casual as well. Surely you own a nicer shirt than an Iron Maiden T-shirt. Being an adult and all. I don't think anyone's the arsehole here. Just a case of different expectations. But if you do like this girl, eat humble pie. Say sorry and don't wear t-shirts with Eddie on them when you meet her parents next time. Nah. Sounds like you wore your usual clothes and your girlfriend expected you to dress more formally. My partner, white Australian, would do the same. This seems like a miscommunication of expectations from both sides. Having said that, as an Indian woman, I can tell you that Indian parents are super overprotective of their daughters and can have rather odd hang-ups about things that wouldn't occur to a white person. The incident re the t-shirt is a case in point. You may benefit from a discussion with your girlfriend about her expectations when meeting her family, attending cultural events, etc. And by the way, you seem to have great taste in music. Lol, my husband would love it if our kids' date showed up in a Maiden shirt. He'd probably be in one too. But I'm guessing most parents won't think the same. More info. Was it, at least, the good Iron Maiden T-shirt, the one without the holes? YTA. 1. You always ask the new girlfriend what to wear to meet the parents. It shows you care. And 2. Whether you like it or not, you didn't do your homework on Indian parents. They are extremely conservative when it comes to such things. Have you never been to the movies or watched The Office? Tradition is a huge part of their DNA, as their culture goes back over 10,000 years. Whereas American culture only goes back 250 years. Tell her you're sorry. And have her go with you to pick out some nice clothes for you to wear next time. It will show her and the parents you care and are making the effort. Nah. South Asian in his late 30s here. I think your girlfriend sees this as her being relatively more invested in the relationship. Because you wore whichever clean t-shirt you had lying around to meet her parents for dinner. For you, it's just how you dress to meet anyone. I can see both sides. I'm amazed at the people acting like meeting the parents is a one-way street here and that he is expected to be 100% deferential. If there was an expectation, it should have been communicated to him. And in the absence of that, it is perfectly valid for an adult to dress however they feel comfortable. They're all adults. They don't get to dictate how other adults dress. Not do they get to dictate who she dates. And if they do, well, I'd like to get that out in the open as soon as possible personally. You did nothing wrong. And the people insinuating that what you did was childish are the ones ironically being most childish. Adults don't whine about what other adults they know are wearing. Better to set the expectation that you don't dress up in formal wear in casual settings. Nah, cultural differences sometimes come up this way. NTA. A dinner in-home just doesn't seem like a formal event worthy of dressing up to me. Unless it's specified. My so and I are in our mid-20s and I wore a t-shirt, leggings to meet his parents while he wore a t-shirt, jeans to meet my dad. We're long-term, cohabitating, and actively planning our future, so it definitely isn't that we weren't serious enough to dress up. When meeting families, I thought it was normal to dress as you usually do, cold sweat smile clothes or just clothes, and as long as they're clean that seems sufficient. I can understand why others might think it is worth dressing up. But I think that sort of thing should be communicated if it's out of the norm for you. Nah, they wanted to meet you and they met you. You've been with each other long enough that she knows how you dress and your general demeanor. If she expected anything other than your usual attire, she should have said something. NTA dress codes are never implicit. If it's not stated, it doesn't exist. This wasn't a job interview, FFS. NTA, unless Iron Maiden killed the family pet. Could you have asked her what she wanted you to wear? Yes. Did she communicate her expectations to you at all? No. I'm gonna get downvoted to hell for this, but in ta, I would never ever expect my boyfriend to change his style, act like he's going to a formal meeting. When I'm introducing him to people who I expect will have to see him for the rest of their lives. If the relationship works out, in-laws will see their child's at their best and some of their worst moments. And in my eyes, the impression clothing gives will never change that. NTA PPL judging UBC of your perfectly fine clothes are shallow AF. NTA. Give me a break. One day this sub is cursing the patriarchy and antiquated gender roles, and all of a sudden a 28-yo is an asshole because they're wearing a band t-shirt to meet parents? It's on the onus of the GF to have set him up success regarding her parents, period. And they didn't even say, hey, sick shirt. Lame. Yeah, she is right. Wearing whatever happened to be clean, without thinking through the social significance of meeting her parents for the first time, is kind of an arsehole move. It says you don't care enough about her to be conscious of the impression you make. YTA for the thoughtlessness.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.